Hi, baddies. Welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's wonderful to have you. I'm so happy you're here. If this is your first time to the channel, hi, hello. It's so good to see you. I hope you will stick around. If you're a returning subscriber or member, it's always wonderful to connect with your energy, and I really appreciate all your donations and gifts and energy and time that you invest in the channel. And I deeply appreciate each one of you. So thank you for being here and thank you for all you bring. So today we're doing another pick a card reading. This one is all about what generational curse are you breaking? All right. So this should be a really interesting and a deep reading. So settle in and get your snacks and stuffs, and we're going to get into it and see what generational curse are you breaking. So before you are three cards and three animal shapes that are crystal. So they're crystal animal shapes and three piles of cards. So I have done a bit of a pre-shuffle. Now, I will include a little video for those of you who need a bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. In this video, I hold up the card and the crystal so you can see each one up close, so you can get a better vibe of each group. All right. Now, if you're drawn to more than one group, there probably is going to be more than one message here for you because my readings tend to kind of blend into one another sometimes. So that's pretty common. So yeah, and with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group one, all of you that selected fear and you were drawn to the Aventurine snake. This is going to be your reading all about the generational curse that you're breaking. All right. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, it's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. So let's go through your pre shuffle. Oops. Oops. Oopsie, dear. Oh, that's a booming start, isn't it? I knocked over your card and your little snake. Okay, there you go, little guy. Let's give it a go again. All right. Okay, so the first card we have is hiding your true self. Okay. We have doubt. We have defenseless. We have welcoming the help of others. Learning from social conflict. Manifesting the future. We have Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. Fruit, achievement, success. Altar, gratitude, release, burden. You can't see all these, can you? Okay. All right. Hopefully that's a little better. Okay. We have potion, invigoration, empowerment, karmic board clearing, Energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. Overcoming weakness, and we have seize the day. Well, of course you have fear. You've been through a lot of really intense conflict here, learning from social conflict. It feels like the conflict has been so intense that you've had to hide yourself. You've had to withdraw yourself. This is a repetitive pattern within your family. It's caused a lot of heartbreak. Okay. People have had to master themselves. They've had to become other people, a lot of times angry people, bitter people, um, that cause doubt in their children. Um, and a lot of times these children grow up to cause doubt in their own children by repeating the cycle. It manifests itself. And for some of you, there may be some alcoholism. Okay. Um, I'm feeling that particularly strong here. So I feel like because of this intense conflict, this intense struggle, um, and it's different for each group here. You know, I've got a group of people who have had addictions within their family systems. I have people who have had really intensely kind of just intense. I need to be careful here. I don't want to trigger anybody, but intense experiences with parental figures that led to a lot of toxicity and inabilities to kind of know who you are beneath the many masks that you've had to wear. So it's kind of hard to even think about your future when you don't even know who you are. And I feel like for you, part of this generational curse is that you have a hard time letting people in to help you. That's part of this isolation. Not only does the situation itself isolate you, but you self isolate, and you self isolate because it gives you peace. People don't understand that, but it's a calming, it's a coping mechanism. People who have never been in this situation may never understand why you self isolate. In self isolation, there is a lot of really kind of this reflection going on. We have altar here, gratitude, releasing burden. I feel like you have spent a ton of time really digging deep. Okay. Um, you've really had to overcome huge burdens. This is how you've broken this karmic energy that has been repetitive within your family that's caused fear. This is fear of success. This is fear of really anything good. This is fear of people. This is fear of connection, fear of manifesting anything of value. This is fear of even seeing your value, of people seeing value in you. It's hard for you to take a compliment. It's hard for you to ingest good things about yourself. Uh, no matter how many compliments you get, it doesn't go, right? Because you're afraid all the time. You're afraid when you get a job. Your first fear is afraid you're going to lose it. right? It's always like anything good is accompanied by the immediate thought of the fear of loss. So you miss the opportunity to feel the good part. You go immediately to the loss of it. And that feeling creates a pattern. And this is probably something, it feels like something that happens in your family. Like they get a new house and immediately there's a fear, oh my gosh, how are we going to keep this? Maybe perhaps your family line has a reputation for getting in over their head in things, and they do, and they end up in trouble financially, and that can cause a big fear of just stability. There can be a lot of root chakra uh, energy here. I think this group has a lot of root chakra um, uncertainty, doubt, fear of the loss of just being able to make it day to day. And that can happen from, sudden upheaval, as children, having to live in different places, like for short periods of time. It may even be that you had to go live with family and your parents had to go live someplace else. There's a lot of different mechanisms here, but there's fear of loss, wanting to belong, right? And then immediately the fear of losing it, getting inside that really ugly feeling of loss, that fearful feeling. Where is the fear coming from? I feel like group one, you bravely have gone into your fear. And it takes a brave soul to go deep into the crevices, the dark corners. They're moist, they're dank, they're mildewy and filthy. The places of our fear. And part of the fear is we go into them and we can't come out, right? Always seek help. And that's hard for you, group one. It's hard to let people in. Listen, you cannot do it all by yourself. Listen to your auntie. I'm telling you, baby doll. I have been at this a very long time. And I'm telling you, you cannot do it all by yourself. So give yourself some grace and get yourself some help if you need it. Okay. I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. That's all. Okay. They're professionals. And I feel like for a lot of you, this overcoming weakness card, I feel like part of the fear is the weakness. So the word weakness hits. It hits like an arrow. Like, I don't want to, like, why would you put weakness there? Like, that's insulting. What's that? What's that wound there? There's a wound there with the weakness. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be afraid that you're going to fail. It's okay and valid to feel like a failure. It's okay and valid to feel like nobody believes in you. However you feel is valid. I tell you, as kids, I think a lot of parents, and hey, I'm not hating on parents, y'all. It's hard being a parent. I'm just saying. I think we sometimes devalue our kids' emotions. And those kids grow up, and unfortunately, and this is not the new parents, okay? We're talking about, older parents, okay? Parents whose kids are older, probably y'all raising babies now. I think a lot of us tried to hold space for emotions because we were raised by parents who absolutely did not. Okay, so Gen X, I think a lot of us tried. Okay. But we were so disassociated from our own emotions because our own boomer parents were like, well, yeah, it was like being raised by vipers. Okay. Maybe you were raised by a viper. Maybe this is a snake. Maybe this snake is a viper. And you're a little disassociated from your emotions. And you see things very cut and dry. Like, if I don't do this, I fail my family or I fail myself. If I don't do this, I'm not accepted by them. If I don't do this, I'm not loved by them. My dear, all of those things you said, all those things I felt you say and feel, that's toxic. That's that's fear. That's like earning love. Like, I need to work so hard. If I don't work hard enough, I'm not loved. And perhaps you live in a situation or you come from a situation where that has been reinforced. And I'm sorry if that has been the case for you. It is the case for many of us. Many of us come from that. Okay. If you don't act this way, we're not going to accept you. It's not okay. So get yourself acceptable and come on down for dinner. Get your mind right and come on down to the car. We're going to the movies. So there's a need here to give yourself grace. Stop seeing yourself through the eyes of people who objectify you in a way that is toxic. Okay, objectification is toxic, but it's not a like a classic sense of objectification. They objectify you as almost property or a product. And if you don't do this, you're not a quality kind of thing. Does that make sense? That's what I'm getting here. And the thing is that it takes a lot of power to break free from something like this. You have to break free. You have to release the need to be validated by this toxic bond, by this toxic pattern within this family system. And I literally see somebody pulling out like this parasitic form. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what I see. Okay. I see almost like this brain thing. Okay. It's like a brain, like almost like a brain tick body, but there's no head. And there are just these little tentacles, and they're almost like, I don't know what to, they're not like tentacles like ocean tentacles. Okay. And they kind of stick into you from your throat to your crotch to your root chakra. And I see groups of people like pulling these out, like pulling them down out of their bodies. I see the release of this generational parasite. And the thing is, you release it. Okay. You destroy it. You got the wound here. And it's a big one because it means that there's a lost connection. And there's a deep healing that has to come because there's an awareness that, number one, I don't even know who I am. I've been living with people who have been telling me, or I've been raised by people, or the system has told me, like, this is who you are. This is who you're going to strive to be every day of your life. And then you say no, pull this parasite from you, either, in a meditation, through prayer, or this is symbolic. Okay. You start to see the truth and you realize that your weakness was that really you always saw that this was fucked up. You always knew that, yeah, I doubt myself. And yeah, they back me into corners. But there's something not right about this. Even as a kid, like, why aren't you for me? Why aren't you there for me? Some of you struggled to learn to read. Some of you had health problems. Some of you had all kinds of issues. We're not going to go deep into that, but I feel it here. And because of those issues, you struggled to achieve that state of perfection where you could be fully or feel fully loved. The thing is, this wound created this emptiness, this hollowness. Listen, real love isn't earned, okay? You are amazing and perfectly imperfect as you are. And this wound you carry, it's healing. You broke or are breaking a major pattern in your life that has been repetitive within your family. There's a lot of fear here of being alone. I want to ask you something though. Were you ever really not alone? Did they ever really know you? Or did they know some mask that you had to put on to be accepted at the get-togethers? To be accepted as one of one of the family. Is that real connection? No, it's not. It's not. And it's sad. Sometimes our family isn't our blood. It isn't our genetics. So we have deep healing here. Deep healing. There's a need for you to release some of these burdens. You need to understand that you did nothing wrong. Nothing has gone wrong. You're clearing out toxic energy, okay? And you may feel down about it. You may feel sad. Just because you may have removed some people or situations doesn't mean that you're not sad about it. You're mourning what you thought you had, what you thought was, okay? But you understand that what you thought wasn't. It never was. The truth is the truth that you see now. And it's difficult. But overcoming fear is difficult. See, the fear of the truth, the fear of loss and overcoming that, and losing, because you have lost people or you are going to lose people. And it's not because you did anything wrong. It's because It's their time to go. It just is the way it is. Will they come back? Perhaps. But right now, you got stuff to do. You got to know yourself. You got to get clear about who you are. What's best for you, not them anymore. When you have spent a lot of your time trying to fulfill the expectations of other people, you lose yourself in that. And when you've been raised by a bunch of people who don't even know who they are, well, it can really be a nightmare to figure out who you are. And it doesn't matter your age, okay? It's not an age or gender thing. It's a human being thing. Authenticity, revealing your true self, being clear about who you are is so important. It is your path to healing. It is your path to manifesting your future. Because you are doing the hard thing that no one before you was able to do. And that's break the cycle. And it's hard. There's loss. It's painful. But it's going to help you bring in other people. Tell me more about the Seize the Day card here. Tell me more. Tell me more. There's some kind of success coming for you, Group 3, because of this movement, because of this generational energy that you have freed yourself from, this parasitic energy. And there's something about time, timely. Oh, okay. Okay, we had 4 cards. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords. We have the Hermit. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me about this 5 of Swords here. I think you have felt really beaten down. I think you have felt really alone. You may be hearing thunder. I feel like you may have felt really, really beaten down and really alone because of the steps you've taken. You may have even felt punished in a way, okay? And there may be regrets. You know, it's okay for you to have regrets about, like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. You know, it's okay for you to have some doubt here. This is hard, okay? But don't let it allow you to backtrack, okay? Stand in your power. Begin to know self, okay? You have done this very difficult part, and you need to stop looking back. You need to stop looking back, okay? And, like I said, it's okay for you to think about this because it's a big movement, all right? It's okay for you to reflect. It's all right, but don't allow it to eat you up. Don't allow it to take your focus, okay? Because the focus should be on you. You getting to know who you are. The path of truth, of self, of you. You are the most important thing right now. Now, if you have kids and stuff, I'm not talking about that. But I'm saying the path of the truth of you is the most important thing. And it's going to take work. It's going to take time for you to truly know self. Okay? Tell me more about this. Because I feel like you're meant to manifest something really lovely. We have the 8 of Cups here. We have the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. So 88 is the number of manifestation. I think the pathway of the knowledge of self, okay, it's going to lead you to this energy of leaving behind the things that don't serve you. allowing you to work more intensely on the things that you value. That after you know yourself better, you're going to be able to leave behind what no longer serves you. You're going to be able to move forward in a more focused direction. I know we have the pentacles here, and I almost feel this energy of leveling up. Okay, we're leveling up. We're moving away from the toxicity. We're moving away from the ideas even that other people had about you. And this is being done through your own investment in self. Okay, so like I said, yes, you can think about the past, but don't allow it to pull you in. Reflection is good. That's part of this process. Okay, but you're meant to know self so you get clarity and you can move forward and focus on what's important. Okay, tell me more. Tell me about this Queen of Cups energy. This Queen has a cup for you. That's what I'm hearing. We have the Two of Wands here. And there is this energy of watching. This Two of Wands holding the world here. There's this energy, this Queen of Cups, like watching this work, watching this energy here. Okay. Watching you rise, watching you manifesting the future. Okay. And this is somebody who wants to come in and help you. And we have a card here about accepting help from others. This is a very important energy, a pivot, a choice, a leveling up. Tell me more. Tell me more. Oops, not the one off the table. We have victory here. So it's going to be a victorious energy. It's going to be a happy, happy, happy energy. I'm not going to get the one that fell on the floor. Okay. That's just the deal. All right. Tell me more about this. Very victorious. Prosperity. Okay. Someone wants to come towards you and give you a cup and help you. And when they do this, now always use your discernment, okay? Always use your discernment, okay? But this person, I feel like it's around something you create, perhaps work, perhaps online. Um, it could be romantic, but that's not for many of you, just a few, okay? And here is the fortune. Declutter. Declutter your life. Let go of correspondence, objects, and people you no longer want. Someone will hurt your feelings and reveal a new side of themselves that you may wish to avoid. And that's our little fortune. All right? Okay, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was an insightful and helpful reading. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected Vows and or you were drawn to this little penguin, this little yellow Jasper penguin. This is going to be your reading all about what generational curse are you breaking. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. You can see that better. Okay. All right, so it's thundering. We have a thunderstorm going on, but I'm going to continue. So, all right, the first card we have is shielding, protecting, grounding. Okay, we have realizing empathy as evolution, revolution, creating personal space, anger and chains, atonement. Let me see so you guys can see your cards a little better. We have black flower fragrance. Mm. We have symmetry. What is this little stick? We have butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Well, spirit, trust the great mystery. Secret, and learn to live in love. Okay, so you guys have a serious issue with trust. Okay, there is several levels of this. This goes from a breaking of trust as a child, a bond, to a vow of marriage, or a vow between romantic or a best friend, but definitely an energy of broken trust. And I feel like this has gone on repetitively. You may have seen this with like your parents, your grandparents. Broken trust may go on around you. You just find you cannot trust people. People are not trustworthy. There is this energy of, oh, people always getting over on you. Um, and there's some anger here. Okay. There is anger, and it feels like this is running through like I'm seeing veins of your ancestors. You can't trust nobody. People will mess you over. You can't trust a person. Also feeling narcissistic energy here. Okay. um, and I feel like for some of you, y'all have like a great grandpa, a great grandfather who told you you couldn't trust nobody. And they prove you couldn't trust nobody because you couldn't trust them, right? Um, Stuff like that kind of energy. Couldn't trust nobody. You may have had a lot of run-ins with narcissistic energy because you have this like empathic energy that's really intense, and you just kind of draw this narcissistic energy to you because they want some of that as well. It feels overwhelming. It feels like here's the truth of what I feel. Okay. It feels like the first bond and vow that was made to you was probably, and I'm not going to get too deep into this. Okay. So don't worry. That was made to you as a child was probably broken. Okay. In some way, shape, or form. And after that, it just kept repeating in some shape or form, more so in your life than other people's. Okay. And it could be a situation like got a scale going on here from a divorce where a parent did not show up for you ever again. Like they said they were coming to birthdays once in 10 years. They sent their check and never showed up, or they never sent their check, right? So basically, abandonment issues. So of course you never trust nobody. Why would you? They never show up, right? Um, so we got that going on, and then we have like be getting married to a narcissistic person, a narcissist who actively engages in really awful behavior. Okay, and that ranges in within itself. Okay, so we have a lot of different ranges going on. It all boils down to broken vows, broken trust, issues where somebody literally was like, I can trust you. Yes, you can. No, you can't trust me because I'm going to rip out your heart. I'm going to break your heart. Your heart has been broken so many times. I feel the heartbreak like right in my heart chakra. You have had your little heart broken so many times, my dear. So many times. You have held secrets for people. You can hold secrets as grown up secrets. You can hold other grown up secrets. There's all kinds of secrets we hold for people, right? It's hard when you get mistreated like at work by a boss. It's hard when you get mistreated like in weird situations as an adult because you feel like I should say something. I don't know how do I tell people this? Like, what do I say? How do you bring this up? Like, there's just a sense of like, I don't even know. Like, what do you, that's where you go and you talk to a professional, my dear. And they help you. They help you figure out how do you say, what do you do? How do you begin? Okay. If that's you, it's you. If it's not, it's okay. Right. But some of you feel like this energy of, I need relief. I feel angry. I feel bitter. I feel like it's never going to happen for me. And this is around love. Like for some reason, I keep pulling this energy. And that's what you're breaking. Okay. You're breaking the cycle where you continue to pull in this narcissistic energy, this negative energy that doesn't serve you, that brings you to the lowest points of your life. This energy, I'm going to tell y'all, it almost feels like a spirit in your family that's passed on one to another. I didn't feel this in the first group. It feels like a spirit that's just passing through and it's just hell bent on fucking up all your generations. And I feel this energy of group 2 that's just like, I cannot do this shit anymore. Maybe y'all can, but I can't. I'm done being someone's doormat. I'm done. I'm done with this person thinking they're better than me and manipulating me, and just I feel this energy of like someone getting in my head and making me think things that I don't think. Listen, I've had someone gaslight me actively for years. Okay. I know what this means. I know what it feels like. And when you wake up from it, it changes everything. You can't unsee this person for what they really are, and you can't go back. And it's almost like it's not a funeral. Okay. It's a viewing, right? It's not a funeral, it's a viewing because there's a body. And it's the body of the relationship, it's a body of the connection. You take the people in your life very seriously. Like the connections that you do have, they matter. Your friends are very important. You've had to pull yourself up by the bootstraps one too many times. Why do I smell sulfur? There's something about sulfur here and brimstone. You've experienced hell one too many times. It's hard to believe. I think creating personal space here is speaking about the space that you've created to get away from this narcissistic energy. I think you've had to create a space of peace. I think that's how you break this cycle. You give yourself permission to protect yourself, to create space from this toxicity, from the deception, from the lying, from the gaslighting, from the brutalizing of you. You just say, you know what? No, we're not doing this today or tomorrow or the next day. I'm just not doing it at all with you. I quit this. There's this energy of release with these secrets. There's this energy of like, I'm not going to allow whatever happened, the things that happen here, this spirit, I'm not going to allow it to make me live a life of regret and guilt for things that I did not do. I'm not going to continue to involve myself with toxic people, and I'm not going to continue to pull those people in my life. So I'm creating space, and I'm dealing with my own anger. But I'm not really open to, I feel this. I'm not really open to other people, Amy. I'm not really open to any of this other stuff. Okay, because I don't trust a bitch. Because there's a transformation that's going to happen here. Transformation is beautiful. Okay, you're not, some of y'all aren't there yet. Okay, there's a healing that's got to go on, group 2. It's part of breaking the cycle, is getting you out of this energy, out of this energy. And part of getting out of this energy, out of this very difficult energy, is returning you to a place of openness, of trust, of learning to live in love. And I hear y'all, oh, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. You can't let them steal that from you. Okay? Now, when I say this, I'm not saying to love just anybody. Okay? And I don't think Spirit's saying that either. But it's part of, you got to find someone to trust. Okay? To fully repair this situation, to deeply trust. All right? You got to put yourself in that situation. Otherwise, you're living in fear. That's group 1. All right? So you have to connect again, right? That's part of it. And it's a big old healing cycle. It doesn't happen in a week, okay? It happens over time. Over time. Over time you're healed. All right? Narcissists do a lot of damage that we don't even know is done. We don't even realize our thinking, the way our mind works now, is all fucked up. Okay? We have to get that clear. We have to clear that out. We don't know, but a lot of times the way we feel emotions has become all fucked up. We have to get ourselves together. We have to realize we're still human beings. We're human. We have human needs. You can't just cut off a human need because people have been crappy to you. There's a lot of crappy people in the world, and you got dealt a really shitty set of cards. But the game's still on, and you deserve better. And the next hand, well, it's going to be better because now you know. You know you deserve better, okay? Because you got the world, baby, and she's wearing a tube top, okay? You got the world, and she's wearing a tube top. Because you're starting a new cycle, a new beginning. You might even be traveling. You might be moving. You're moving the fuck on. You're getting away from this cycle. This learning to live in love, we're not just talking, it's not just about other people. It's about yourself. It's about loving yourself. Some of you guys aren't there yet. Group 2, you got to make a vow to yourself. I've said this before. I'll say it again. You have got to make vows to yourself. When you have been through bad situations, when you have all these generational issues and curses and things like that, you have got to say, hey, I've got to promise myself a few things because these patterns repeat in my family. I had to make some promises to myself one night, and I did, and I've kept them. So make vows to yourself that you need to keep. Let the trust begin with you. Trust yourself. Build from there, okay? Ground yourself. Ground. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Tell me about this 4 of Pentacles. It's hard. I get it. It's hard. This is hard. It's hard. the Two of Swords. I know that there's a lot to reflect on. I understand that at times I may make things sound easy, but I understand this, okay? Like I said, this takes time. You may feel like you don't have a lot to give to someone, and it's because you're still healing, okay? You're still healing. You have it to give to the right person, the right people. But first, you got to give it to yourself. You got to start allowing yourself to be a human being. You got to find balance, okay? 22 is a number of alignment. It's a master number. It's a number of building foundations. We have the 8 of Swords. You cannot see this, okay? I understand that. This new world, this new, you have a hard time seeing your way. That is the healing. You have got to start trusting that healing is actually happening in your life group too. Now, I know that sounds like, well, what does that do? It builds hope. It builds faith in whatever your practice is, whatever your faith is. You have to understand that your processes you're going through, your reflection, coming into balance, is opening the way for you to see your way to a new chapter. I know at times it's very hard to see, okay? It could be overwhelming, but there is this issue here of allowing a transformation. Some of you guys are not allowing the transformation because you're not ready. Some of you have some grieving to do. I said this in group 1. Listen, just because a situation is toxic doesn't mean there's not grief when you start making room, okay? There is a lot of heavy energy with group 2, okay? For some of you, it's literally like a spirit. Sorry, my tongue's heavy. And you've seen it. So it's hard for you to imagine your life kind of free of its influence, right? But you are getting free of it. You are getting free, and you're going to learn to trust yourself again. You're going to make vows to yourself. Do a ritual, do a vision board, do some scripting, do a candle, whatever you have to do a prayer, do a chant, but make some promises that you're going to keep to yourself, and they can be very simple. They don't have to be extreme, okay? But practice trusting yourself. Open yourself up to that. Practice loving yourself. Practice being compassionate to yourself, group 2. That is going to help you really break this generational curse. The more love you give yourself, the more you believe in yourself, the more hope you give yourself, it's going to help you become more open to trusting others. It's going to transform you. This comes from inside you, okay? This healing. But you have to be willing to take your blinders off and see where there's hope. You have to be willing to say, I'm a human being and I do need connections. I can't live without connections. I need to learn to trust people. I need to let people in. I need to come full circle. I don't need to be afraid of trusting people. Uh, it's a process of coming into balance. It's very powerful. Tell me about the world. Tell me about this new cycle. This is breaking the generational curse of mistrust, deception. We have to trust the great mystery here. Do you trust in your practice? Do you trust in your faith? Oops. Well, we're not going to get those. Recovery. No reversals. And the 3 of Wands. Your feelings about what people have done are valid. Okay. But this is the hard part. You can't base everyone who comes into your life on your past experiences. And listen, I did this for most of my life, so I've done it. Okay. I know why you do it. I understand why you do it. All right. But your life will not transform. You will not see your way until you're willing to remove the blinders. Okay. You have to be willing to do those things. And that's the most, I think, difficult part. You have to be willing. It's the difference between transforming and being stagnant. It's the action. It takes courage. It takes a step towards uh, belief, faith, hope. Okay, group 2. All right, let's get your fortune here. Oh, this card wanted to come out. We have perseverance. Perseverance. You may feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. Don't give up. Okay? Whatever you do, don't give up. Let's get a couple more for my group 2. It's been kind of rough. It's been kind of rough. Tell me more, group 2. Tell me more for my group 2. We have personal riches. Small successes are likely now, and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get rich schemes. Okay, so money and opportunity is lining up for you, so be aware. Keep going. Keep going. Don't you give up. Don't you dare. Don't you dare give up. I'm going to get one more. Okay, it could be part of this new cycle here. We have travel. Speaking of the world, travel, long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. For some of you, this may be internet. It could be a message, an email, or something like that. All right, so just keep on the lookout. Okay. All right, so that's what I received for you, group 2. I hope this was an interesting and fun, entertaining reading. I really enjoyed reading for you. I hope you did too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Kingdom. This is Leo and the frog here, the Dalmatian frog. This is going to be your reading all about what generational curse are you breaking. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Little frog is hopping all around. Okay, so it is storming, so there is thunder. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. There may be some interference, so whatever. So let's just keep going, and whatever happens, happens. Okay. Did I tell you, keep in mind, it's a general reading, take what resonates, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. So let's get these cards here. 33, awareness of cosmic influences. We have accepting the past. We have this me? Calling the storm. We have abandon limiting beliefs, ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage, boundaries. Okay. We have on the wrong track, friendship, earthworm, clarity, rumination, sickle, focus, regrowth, letting go, snow, rest, contemplation. I'll put that there. We have electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. You've got a lot of cards. We have deception, 22, that's a master number. And we have manifestation. Okay, I think you have lived many lifetimes in your life, or you will. I think at some point you're going to course correct. I think part of the generational pattern you're breaking is living a cardboard cutter type life, or a life of expectation, an ordinary life. You guys have some kind of gift, some kind of ability here, okay? Um, and you're meant to bring forth your kingdom, your vision, okay? Your ability. But it feels like you are on one course in your life, that fulfills a generational pattern, okay? A curse, if you will, the curse of not living up to your potential, the curse of always being mundane, always being normal, or the same. Okay. Deceiving, there's a self deception here. Perhaps not feeling like you're talented enough, not feeling good enough, and feeling like you have to do things a certain way. Okay. Um, but the thing for you, group 3, is that you see through this, because alone with yourself, you feel your talent, you feel your ability, whatever this is, a business, creativity, whatever this is, like you feel it. And even though others may not invest in you, like as a kid, you may have been super talented and no one said shit. No one believed in you. No one took you for the lessons. No one said your art was great. They shut that shit down. Sad but true, this happens. Okay. Your dreams of like owning a business were stepped upon by parents that said, no, you need to go to college, you need to get a job working for a big company, you need to go to law school, you need to blah 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 blah. You need to blah blah blah, whatever this is. And it's like you lived that life, the life of expectation. You lied to yourself, saying, okay, all right, I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this. Right? We all did it. We do it this family. It's fine. I'm gonna do it. Maybe they expected you to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever, and you went to school. You did it. You fucking hate it. I fucking hate this shit. I don't want to do this. Oh my gosh, I'm locked into this shit. And then, like the big, brave doggy that you are, and I mean that in the best possible way, like the big, brave lioness that you are, you're like, you know what? Fuck this shit. You become aware that you are somehow connected to something more powerful, be it a spirit, ancestors, God, creativity, energy, intuition, whatever it is for you, your gut, whatever. You became aware. You woke up, group 3. You woke up. And you see yourself and you're like, this isn't even me. I hate what I'm doing with my life. I despise it. I don't want to be this. This isn't me. And all the rest of you can do this shit. I'm not doing it. I accept that I set my life up like this. I accept that this is the way we do things, but I literally can't live this anymore. I can't live this lie. I can't do this. This is a voice of a strong person who sees the truth. You see how miserable everyone is. It created chaos, didn't it? Created chaos. But you knew that you were on the wrong track. It just wasn't for you. Whatever. It's different for each one of you. Could be a job, could be a business, could be a way of living, could be we all live on the same property. It just depends, okay? But it was definitely not for you. And you broke this cycle, this generational cycle of fulfilling expectation. And there's something here about kingdom here. This has blocked your particular bloodline genetics from fulfilling this kingdom call. This call to something more, something big, manifesting your ideas into the world. Big ones. It matters. You heal the lineage. You heal your kingdom by putting your ideas out there. The true ones. The truth of you. The truth of you. Okay? You got to let go of the bullshit. Letting go of the bullshit. Allowing regrowth. Allowing the focus on your kingdom and the things that you want to bring forward. This is connection. Okay? Got a crown here. Connection with higher self. Oversoul energy. Being very highly creative, intuitive, innovative. And grounding that into here with this earthworm. Grounding it. Getting clarity about how to bring it through and actually bringing it through. Because it's as if by defining what wasn't right for you, you're able to define what is. You're able to know. Dream big. When you see the truth of you, dream big. When you overcome this generational pattern, some of you, chronic failure in your family. People trying to make things happen, and when it comes time for them to shoot their shot, it's like, I don't want to take that risk, but I'll just take this risk, and it always misses because they don't go for it, right? Here's the thing. I feel like a lot of you literally could not do what you were doing anymore. Like you were crawling out of your skin. You were called to manifest something else, and that's what's happening. And it's breaking a generational curse, a generational pattern. And you're letting go of the things that aren't you. This is authenticity. This is true power. This is an empowered person who knows who they are. They have accepted the choices they've made, even the ones that weren't okay, the ones that got them in the mess they are in, but they got to let go. They got to say, okay, I may have messed up. I'm a human being. I mess up, but I'm not going to lie to myself anymore and say that things are okay and I'm on the right track. I'm on the wrong track, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get on the right track. And we have friendship here. You have friendly spirits who want to help you. They want to come in and help you abandon limiting beliefs. That's what this group is really about. Breaking the generational curse of limiting beliefs. Those beliefs keep you bound to failure, to constantly not feeling fulfilled by what you do, and having you overcompensate at times, having you working at things that you hate. Yes, we have to eat, okay? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like careers that you hate, investing large amounts of your time in things that you do not want to do, and figuring out how do I work on the thing that I love? How do I even know what that is? Well, first, you have to know self. You have to empower yourself enough to say and admit. You have to admit to yourself first that you're on the wrong track. If you can't admit that to yourself, you can't break this curse. You got to say, I'm on the wrong track. Listen, it happened to me in my life. Sometimes you come to a crossroads and spirit's like, hey, buddy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boys? You're at a crossroads. What are you gonna do? You gonna break this? You gonna fight? You gonna fight for your kingdom? Go for it. You know why? Because you're worth it. You're worth it. And there's this energy here of someone being awakened to the truth of their worth and being able to break limiting beliefs. And I'm going to tell you something. It doesn't mean you don't have them anymore. You still have the limiting beliefs, okay? They still come in your brain, okay? They've been programmed for years. It means that when they come into your head, you're aware and you know how to cope and let them go. They don't rule you anymore. You got friendly spirits around you that want to help you. All you got to do is ask. You guys have ancestors around you. They want to help you heal the lineage through you doing. You got to bring your ideas for life. Some of you are writers. We have the moon here and the fool. You're going to have to feel your way through this. This is a feeling. Healing. Okay. Someone wants to help you feel. Tell me about this. I think you have a new guide or an ancestor here. You have a spirit who wants to work with you. Okay. They've been around you and they've been hidden. And they want to help you with the kingdom. They want to help you manifest it. Okay. This could be an angel. It could be a god form, a goddess. It could be a daemon as well. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Wands here. I feel like they want to build something with you. They want to help you build something new, a new beginning. They want to help you know which road to go, where to leap, and where to say no. And this is going to be like a intuitive, psychic connection. Okay. Very intuitive, very psychic. You'll learn to trust their voice. Okay. They want to help you bring in this kingdom. Tell me more. Okay. Your psychic ability is really going to increase. We have the Seven of Wands here. We have the Four of Pentacles. Um, there is this energy of having to be really defensive about like money, having to fight for money. Well, that fell off the table, and I'm actually going to get that one. I normally don't. that they're wanting me to work for it. So here we go. Here we go. I'm working for it, y'all. It's the world, so it's worth working for. So there is a new chapter beginning for you. You know, a beautiful new chapter. You may be moving. She's wearing a tube top. The world is wearing a tube top, y'all. Um, and you know, it feels like the spirit wants to help guide you through this new beginning to an offer. Okay. But you're going to have, like I said, feel your way through it. You're going to have to be willing to like have the spirit help you. Okay, tell me more about it. I want to know a little bit more about the spirit. Um, I'm feeling this Queen of Cups energy, the world as spirit energy right here, the Queen of Cups here. So it could be a feminine energy, a feminine spirit, a goddess. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more about this Queen of Cups energy. Okay, we have the Hangman. We have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Chariot. Okay, so the Spirit, okay, is going to be able to help you get out of stagnation, okay, know how to make choices. They're going to tell you who to trust, who not to trust, and where to go. And they're going to build a relationship with you, okay? This is going to be a spirit that will build a relationship with you where you will be able to trust the decisions you make, okay? There is going to be victory here, all right, with this guide, with this spirit, okay, with this angel, whatever you vibe with, all right? They want to help you. So ask them for help. And I feel like this is going to be a spirit either that you haven't worked with very much, or a god form or a goddess. You're familiar with them, but you haven't worked with them very much, or it's completely new, okay? They're going to come in and help you get really intensely connected to your psychic intuition, to your gut feeling. Um, and it's going to help you align with your kingdom, building your kingdom, man. It's amazing. It's awesome. Let's get you some cards here. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more about my group 3, about this generational curse. Woo! That they're breaking. Okay, tell me more. We have, oh, well, I'm not going to use that one. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate. It says you're going to get hot. Hot AF, okay? Okay, we have romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. And then we have existing relationships could add a new passion and heighten hot attraction. Opportunities for the marriage and good family life are strong. And if single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. A child will also bring a great joy. So those are your cards. So lots of good energy. Oh, they might be bringing in some really. Here's the thing: as you become more like self-empowered, as you really step into this, I feel like, of course, you're going to become more attractive. Okay, it's just like part of the thing. As you break these generational curses and patterns, you open up new energy, okay? And of course, you're going to bring out more authenticness, which brings a new look to yourself. People look at you differently. Your energy has changed, right? So of course, people are going to be more attracted to you. You know, of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? All right. So look out for that if that's you. Okay. All right, group three, that's what I received for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you, beautiful, magical baddies, on the other side. Bye, guys.